Okay, so first off, on Friday was an awesome day for me because I got to cast some Brawlball. We had Brawl League out here doing their Friday night Brawlball.
Oh yeah,
and it was like super hype.
Yeah, I saw when I was heading out Friday, Froned was actually walking in.
He was walking in, yeah. So because I casted it with Frone, and he had so the way that this was set up, it was like we were kind of like just trying to show how awesome Brawlball could be, you know,
right,
in a competitive sense, because you know it's a side game mode and people play it for fun and stuff, but it's not fun, it's competitive.
Oh, it is legit.
It was,
if you ever need to know, that's what happens very seriously in this office.
It is all about the
Brawlball
we're so serious about Brawlball. So it was a US event, right?
Yeah.
It was a round robin with 5 US teams.
Oh my gosh.
Of all like the best players in Brawlball and some of the best players on the circuit as well, just people who are good at Brawlhalla in general. And it had a $300 prize pool for a 3v3 event where only the best team got the prize. So number one,
winner takes all.
Winner takes all. Good way to phrase it. Winner takes all. And the winners who took all were our Fable boys, Cyclist, Isidroo, and Bacon _. And just to talk about it real quick.
Oh, man.
Because it wasn't a circuit event or anything, because it's Brawlball, but it was so hype. Cyclist is a pro runner. Pro runner. He was
the front man there, right?
Yeah. He was the front man, but he could not do it without Isidroo, who was like the best center you could ever ask for. I said that a bunch of times, the best center you could ever ask for, because Isidroo would lead Cyclist in and clear the way for him. Like if there was anybody in the goal, Cyclist would bounce around until Isidroo cleared the place and just waltz right in, no problem.
So he was running the interference, clearing the path.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It was like that's what you need to do, right? There's no friendly fire in Brawlball. 3 people can stack up in the goal and prevent you from getting in. So you need somebody to clear the way for you. And Isidroo would do that every time. Like they were so in sync with that. Meanwhile, Bacon _ on defense was so reliable that all 3 of them wouldn't go back when the ball was going back. Wow. Cyclists would stay out past center field and just wait for the recovery. He's so confident in Bacon's
bold move
in Bacon's ability to defend that he's just waiting for the pass, and it worked out so many times that they'd get a goal off of that. It was so exciting. Brawlball is so hype and so competitive. It was just super fun. But back to the circuit events, right? We had the SEA League happen.
Oh yeah.
And that was week 3 of SEA League that happened this Saturday, 3 a.m. for us, 3 p.m. in Singapore. And as you might expect, Tiger won yet again.
Ah, man. This guy.
But in second place, Hxted, I think is how you pronounce it.
All right.
HXTED. jerryK, third place again. What's going on, jerryK? He's doing well, but he used to be number 2, man. In the past 2 events, he got 3rd place. So I think that's going to seed him for 3rd in the final event next week. But we'll see. And Zhazul, once again, 4th place. He also got 4th place last week. That was super hype. I am seeing the VODs from him, twitch.tv/SEA Brawlhalla. It's a really great group. It's super fun. And I love to see what's coming from Southeast Asia. And it looks like Tiger's what's coming from Southeast Asia.
I'm telling you, man. You know, we said it last week that it's time for someone to try and take him down. Time's running out. At least for this league here. I know they have, the other organizations.
Yeah, there's going to be more. There's tons of events going on.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You got to take Tiger down. Jeez,
so, hey, 9th place at VexX. He's a world-class competitor.
Man, oh man, I think he's still rocking like a 90-something% win rate on the ladder.
Classic.
Insane.
Classic. Yeah, I remember in closed beta when he was like
98% win rate. We're like, this guy's gotta be fake, right?
Yeah, we had to look into it for win trading. But no, it was just him wrecking people. Okay, and then, so this weekend was all about the Stream.me Legends series.
Ooh, yes.
It was awesome. It was awesome. So we were over there on Stream.me watching that event. It was all 2v2 all weekend. US on Saturday, EU on Sunday. And the results might surprise you.
These tournaments were crazy.
Yeah, we could talk about this for a while.
Insane.
Because the Stream.me Legends Series was a $6,000 event that had four different tournaments in it, 1v1 and 2v2 for US and EU, and they spanned over different weekends. This was 2v2 weekend, and on the US side, yeah, you know what I'm gonna say. Ithrowow and Dr. Phazon. They won the US 2v2 event with characters that nobody else was using, man.
I think, as Duke put it, Double Taros the dream.
The dream.
He was through the roof. He was so happy to see that.
Yeah, he's been maining Taros since closed beta, and he was super excited to see a bunch of Taros.
His heart is full.
But it wasn't just Double Taros. Those guys were using Double Cassidy. They would sometimes use Cassidy and Taros. They were switching around. As long as it was cowgirl or cow, right? You needed some.
The theming is strong, right?
The Wild West thing. So it worked really well. They played so well. It was so exciting. It was interesting because they got knocked into losers pretty early. Right?
Yeah.
Playing against Starlight and Astronaut, right? Who ended up waiting in grand finals for whoever would meet them, right? So through losers bracket, they had to fight some champions, right? They had to fight Cyclist and Isidroo from Fable. They had to fight those guys. They 2-0'd them in the lower bracket.
And then they had Remy and Cody Travis waiting for them right after that.
Also 2-0'd them. And then who was after that? Boomie and LDZ. And it's like,
that's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane.
That's the winner of the Winter Championship. That's separately Boomie wins CEO Dreamland on his own.
That LDZ. Deep in the bracket, it gets very stacked. But this was an insane run through that lower bracket.
Yeah. So So beat Boomie and LDZ, moved their way up they had to fight Crockie and Doppey to get past third place. And then moved back up to fight Starlight and Astronaut again. So they had to meet them, and this is after getting 2-0'd by Starlight and Astronaut. They had to meet them again. They ended up resetting the bracket in Game 5.
3-2.
Super hype.
Jeez.
And in the reset, they ended up winning 3-1. They switched to Double Taros.
Solid.
Who knows what happened? It may have just tilted them out of their minds. They were getting some corner end saves with Taros Hammer.
They had crazy momentum that they built up through their lower bracket run. It was great to see
how do you
that through?
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, momentum's a good way to put it. You beat that many teams in the lower bracket just running up. You have to play a lot more games when you get knocked into the lower bracket early on. That's just how double elimination works, right? And they did it, man. They did it to everyone's surprise. They took the tournament. It was so exciting.
Very well played by them.
Yeah, very well played. Congratulations, guys. That was super awesome. And then on the EU side of things, there were some shakeups. The main story here, we got another underdog story here, and I'm really happy to talk about this because it was QS and Slug, right?
Yeah.
They didn't win. They came really close, and neither of these players have earned any cash in an esports event in Brawlhalla before.
Oh man!
So that means no top 8 in any major event ever.
I've seen Slug around before in a lot of Brawl League events previously.
And he's good, right?
And he's good, but this was like the breakout performance for him in QS.
Yeah, and then who's QS, you might be asking, right? And I've got some insight for you.
Ooh,
QS is a buddy of mine from Bloodline Champions. He was one of the best players in Europe. His name's actually Corsation, and he capitalizes the Q and the S. And I guess when he came to Brawlhalla, he just decided QS, that's enough, right?
Just shorten it easier,
I don't need the whole name. I think it's because some people may have been mispronouncing it as Queersation instead of Corsation or something like that. But Corsation, he was... So, and in Bloodline Champions, he played a character he mained one character constantly, and that character was the fastest character in the game. It required the most like APM, the quickest mouse movement. Everything was aimed in that game, so he's quick. He's very quick.
So when shifting over to Brawlhalla,
he played Hattori.
No
surprise, right? He's quick. He had to be quick. And he played Hattori through the whole thing. Slug switched around characters a couple times. Everybody was switching characters around him, but he stuck to Hattori, except at the very end when he tried to pull the ithrow and switch to Terros. It didn't work. But
I respect it. I respect it.
But that was really cool. They won all the way through winners to winners finals. QS and Slug. Yeah. They took down Stimpy and Lanz to get there. Whew. I mean, what? Right? What?
That's solid.
So yeah, that was super exciting. It was really exciting to see that. But the winners of the tournament, Addymestic and Cake, Reason Gaming, they crushed it. They 3-0'd QS and Slug despite their amazing performance all the way down. They 3-0'd them in winners finals. They came back up through losers, and they 3-1'd them right at the end.
Jeez.
So, Addymestic and Slug, very solid from start to finish. Dominating
they had very dominating sets, like all the way through.
So that's Addymestic and Case, the Reason guys, in first place. QS and Slug in second. TB and Maltimum in third.
All right.
That means QS and Slug had to beat TB and Maltimum in losers finals, and they won. That's
big. That's
crazy.
Big.
And Stimpy and Lanz in fourth place. Stimpy and Lanz. So it was a super hype tournament. I love the state of our esports right now, where it's like you don't know who's gonna win. It's
everybody's hungry, man. We keep saying that, but everyone is training hard and everyone's learning as much as they can.
Yeah. So it was very exciting. So that's it for the past tournaments, right?
Yeah.
Now